So something very hard to do as a consultant is to say, I don't know, I don't understand something. And this has to be put into context, but it's important that you learn how to do this. Because what you're saying is not, I don't understand my role, I don't understand what I do. But you're saying, I don't understand your organization. Or, I don't understand that really technical thing you were explaining to me that's obviously really important, and I need to understand it, but I don't get it. And the problem is this is really hard to do, particularly when you're starting out, because they've brought you in as an expert and you've positioned yourself as an expert. And very quickly, one of the first things they'll hear you say is, well, I don't understand that. Can you explain that to me? And sometimes people are very generous. In fact, most of the time, they are very generous with their time and their knowledge. But you will find times when people bristle at that and they get quite unhappy. And I had a very, very senior executive in an oil company berating the manager who brought me in when I was asking questions, complaining that I was supposed to be an expert and why didn't I understand everything that they did. So you have to get over that difficulty and find a way to explain what it is you're asking about. Explain, I do understand what I do and I have a good understanding of what you do, but I really need to understand this particular thing that is very unique or specific or that I just haven't encountered before, because it's outside your zone of expertise. And that could be how a drug trial works, or it could be supply chains, or it could be a number of things that are highly technical, very relevant, but you might just not understand those because you're focused on something else, like marketing or risk or security or who knows. So first, you have to be humble. You have to admit when you don't understand, at least yourself. It starts with admitting this to yourself. And then you have to be bold enough to say, I don't understand, please explain that to me. And it wouldn't always be in the meeting, you might pull someone aside after. But learn how to do that, and that will stand you in good stead to understand that organization. And as I said elsewhere in the book, that's how you learn. That's how you learn about all of these highly technical and interesting things, because people take the time to explain it. But you have to get over that, because otherwise you're going to pretend you understand and you're going to base your solution on a poorly understood situation, and obviously that's not going to work. So be humble, figure out how you're going to say it, but then never ever be afraid to say, I don't understand, please explain that. And if you have to, ask them to explain it again, because sometimes you won't get it the first time. And I have to be honest, I've had drug trials explained to me 3 or 4 times, and I'm only really just starting to have a basic understanding of how those work, because it takes time. But anyway, that's something that will appear in future versions of the book. But as always, having press publish, all these ideas come immediately afterwards. And again, and not unusually, when I'm out in the woods for a run.